This episode of Late Night with Ed Money is brought to you in part by Gubba Rum, where it's handcrafted artisanal rum in amazing flavors like vanilla and coconut in a striking hand-painted bottle. You can get this at your local spirit store or order direct from them. You just go to gubbarum.com or 617-964-6299. That's Gubba Rum, America's newest handcrafted rum. And Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant, located in downtown Amherst. And if you're local to them, dial for carryout at 440-985-FOOD. Or go to their website, which is ziggyspubandrestaurant.com. If it's a sporting event that you want to see, don't forget your sunglasses, because they have so many 4K TVs it'll burn your retinas. So go to Ziggy's Pub and Restaurant in downtown Amherst.
We hope you're enjoying your visit here this evening. Now, on with the show.
I'll make it go away. Oh, my bad. You gotta start that over.
Warning, what you're about to hear is an adult show. You'll hear anecdotal stories and humorous situations meant for adults. In essence, kids, don't listen or try this at home. Everything you're about to hear is done by drunk, trained professionals. Now enjoy the show.
Deep within the pit of despair, balls of Christ, dude.
Why, hello, my friends. You're listening to Late Night with Ed Money. That'll ruined everything. You're listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on our website, which is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You can reach us on a ton of things. Go to the main site. Everything is on the right-hand side where you can click and be able to follow us, like, share, subscribe, tell the cat, the dog, anybody that has the ability to go over to a mouse and click on it and share it. Go to them, tell them. Thank you for all the things you do. The music that you're sending me is Abandon in Galaxy Tones called Luna. So you'll hear that at the end, just like me, because I didn't listen to it yet.
Nice job.
I'm just letting you know. Yeah, at least I'm letting you know I'm being honest. But thank you for all the things you do. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck. What's up? There it is. There it is.
Bruh.
Oh, down over here is Rengus, the Bionic Pepper Prepper.
Hello.
Over here, I'm glad is Gary Underglass, who's got a bad high school. That was his senior photo.
That was a senior photo.
That was his senior photo.
He had to get retakes.
I know.
Get it right.
Is that a weave?
It's Monk.
His braces were showing. That's why he had to have everything you can tell in there.
You got it.
Last but not least, always keeping us in balance and in check is A1 Continuity. Wayne!
What's up?
Right there. Oh, but again, thank you for all the things you do. Just like, share, subscribe, check all the sites. and just do that. You're helping out the metric and you're helping us. So, and sorry about the site crashing recently. And again, it's a good thing because it was something about he's working on it right now because of some traffic flow problems on it. So it was crashing too many files. I don't quite understand it, but I guess it was.
That's because it pertains to computers, Ed.
It's probably nothing but Russian bots.
Speak and spell.
I know, no speak and spell. But thank you for all the things you do, audience members. And
All the way over to where?
All the way over to Hi, konnichiwa.
I broke out the gong today.
Those ninjas
I like
were.
it. That's why I was asking.
They were very, very weak. They probably have. They probably have like some form.
You know, like when astronauts come back from space, they're all like they can't even stand. The ninjas have been laying around for the last 2 years in bales of hay, just pooping themselves. They're just
they've gone all anemic and stuff. Is that what it is?
they haven't seen light. They're like vampires. They're all pasty white.
They couldn't get they didn't even go out and make rice, rice balls, ninigiri or something. Nothing. They're just all weak. They're emaciated.
Like trying to spar. They're like,
they're too weak to do it fast anymore.
and then they take a nap.
Oh my goodness, it's been crazy. There's a couple quick things I want to do before I get into my subjects.
Shower and brush your teeth?
No, I do that all the time. I hit Chuck on a couple things. First of all, there's a couple things that I have fears of, and real quick I want to hit on my fears, and then the other one is I was talking to Chuck about food the other day too, and the first one's a fears. I have a horrible fear of spiders, arachnophobia, and it's not like horrible. I think what it was is someone when we were younger had a tarantula as a pet. You know what I mean? Right. Wayne's got it right. Isn't that the worst? You can't pet it. It's not like
we have a friend that has 2 or 3 of them.
I know people, yeah.
And they pet it.
Justine has a blue one.
It's so cuddly.
Stop.
It's like, ew.
When they curl up next to you when you're sleeping, right here.
Right.
With their fangs in your neck.
Right. And I can't remember where it was. And I was over their house and they brought
throw
it
it at
out.
you?
No, well,
Like a frisbee?
they brought it out.
Yeah.
And even Byron, who's not here on the show, but he once said that if you drop it, you could actually kill a tarantula because they're really.
They're just a bag of blob. If you drop it, they explode, right?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
I don't
Probably
know.
bust open, yeah.
What do you mean?
Ugh.
They're not like a water balloon.
They really
They
are.
look like it.
Yeah, I
No,
don't think
wait.
they have.
There's no.
See-
I don't think there's any bones in there.
There's not. They have an exoskeleton. And
But what about that big sack that the web comes out?
that's
Ew.
Not that sack.
Oh.
The other sack.
see that was
And the
thing.
other webbing.
When I can't remember who had the goddamn spider when we were growing up. There was someone that had this tarantula, and they had it on their hand, and I was like, because it was scary. And then you could almost see all the eyes go blink at the same time as it's staring at
that's
you.
yeah.
And and then I was. have you ever seen the little wolf spiders that they're jumpers? Yes.
Yeah.
And they like jump at you, and it's terrifying to me. So I don't know why, and the way they move. Well. Here in the POD that I get, go ahead, Ringus. Go ahead, Ringus.
And watch the news tonight, where a new invasive spider species is making its way from the south to the north. It lets its little silk web out and it floats north in the winds. The leg-to-leg dimension is between 3 and 4 inches. Wow. And they're now migrating up this way.
I read that
And
article. They
they like
said that
the
the
cold.
whole East Coast is going to be blanketed in their webs.
They're
Wait,
like the kind
what?
that make the webs.
So that adds to it's raining cats and
It's kind of like
dogs.
that one in Australia.
Now we got.
Now, they said they're
spiders
venomous,
everywhere.
but their teeth aren't big enough to puncture human skin.
They're not. Yeah, they're not.
So if you
strong
got a
enough
cut,
to
Ed,
puncture human.
Thank goodness.
If you
Wait.
got a cut, you're screwed.
Okay, stop. Wait,
But since
listen.
you don't work, how are you going to get cut?
Listen to what
Wait
you
a
just
minute.
said. How
It'll
many
still
times?
get through Ed's skin? It's very.
It's like
thin.
veal. Dude, he's
Very
screwed.
thin.
It's
Is
like
he the
onion paper.
old person paper skin?
Where if you put something on my skin, it just starts sinking in. It just
They
goes-
call him Ed Crepe Paper Skin Money.
Yeah. Don't give him an Indian burn.
You're like tissue paper bursting into flames.
Rip him.
No, it's because here's the thing. How many times have you gone to bed, which I was going to talk about in a second, that you go to bed and you get a spider bite? You know what I mean? You wake up with like a bite on you or something.
Most people, that's a hickey.
I'll
Ed.
speak for everybody. Never.
You liar. You've never gotten out of bed and there's like a,
I don't.
maybe you
It's
put
in
on
the
a pair of,
basement.
well, yeah, well, I am. I'm
There
in
might
the
be a
basement.
saying.
Hooker hanging around, but there's no spiders.
Yeah, I've gotten a spider bite before, but don't forget I used to play in the woods when I was a kid.
Yeah, see,
You know,
that's the thing.
cornfields.
Those kind of
Right.
cornfields here. Yeah,
How
it's,
did you, yeah.
I'm
well,
just
this
saying,
is
you know,
this is what I'm saying. Is there something?
I haven't woken up. I haven't gone to sleep and woken up like, oh, I got a spider bite in my sleep.
Damn spiders.
I've woken up like in a cocoon, like they were all marching around like Gulliver's Island, you know, around on me, you know, with little spikes, and they're all got the on their face, the lead on their face. They're children of
That's
the flies.
advanced.
Yeah, that's for a spider,
but-
for sure.
Right.
But because I think, and this is not a joke, and I'm looking into it because I know I read something somewhere that says the lower you go towards the center of the earth, time changes for you. And I think,
Gravity gets heavier.
I think, even though I'm only about,
Your
you know,
boobs will hang lower.
even though I'm 10 feet below, I'm feeling time changes here in the POD. And the reason I say that, there's a
I don't even know where to go with this.
wait, no, listen.
Kitties are hitting his knees.
No, I'm telling you, I've tried to tell Chuck this, and this I'll get to the food part in a second, but like spiders, you could see them, they're teeny like this, and within hours they're like this big, like they just grew.
You sound like Kyrie Irving. He thought the earth is flat still.
You know, Ed's house is parked over the top of a battery dump and a nuclear
And a cemetery where they move the tombstones, but not the
waste
bodies.
zone. It's like
Isn't it next to a
there's all
ship
kinds
plant?
of toxic
Quest of money.
shit
Listen,
flowing through.
The
audience
house
are-
I grew up in Amherst, that is
Yeah.
miles from you, is got to be 70 feet lower because it's down past the high school, down the hill, and there's ridges in this area. There were glacial ridges,
Yeah.
and you're definitely not in a low spot. So there's
life
so
he
many
is.
people where the spiders are 3
In his
foot in
life,
diameter.
He's in a low spot in his life.
He is very
No.
yes.
Because here's living proof. Wayne will even tell you, Chucky, I've put photos up there, everything.
And they age like Benjamin Buttons. Or whatever that is.
I'll bring home like potatoes, and I'll get a
Shadow?
bag of potatoes. I'll put it on the counter, and within 2 days, 3 days, it's sprouting for whatever reason.
Because they
It's
they
the
think they're still
moisture.
underground.
Ed's playing mind tricks with
Because
Ed's
they
mind
are.
fucking the potatoes.
He
They
is.
turn into mushrooms.
They're in your hole.
They started off as an onion. And now they're shiitakes.
No, it does. I'm telling you, it's the weirdest thing. I'll buy fruit. This isn't a joke. I'll buy fruit and I'll
Turns
put it in
into
a
a mushroom.
I'll buy I'll buy fruit and I'll put it in a bowl on a table, and within like days, it's
Oh yeah. I have something to say about that.
go ahead. What?
It seems like lately any produce I buy lasts like 3 days, and that's it.
That's
I don't know
I
what it
agree.
is, right?
We noticed that.
Fruit and I mean
We were
strawberry.
blaming
They're
a certain
terrible.
grocery store. We're like, fuck this
no.
place. We're never buying produce here.
I'm telling
because
you.
they were like oranges. What are those little cutie pie oranges? Were
Oh,
going
yeah.
bad within like 4
Tangerine.
days.
No. Hey,
They
look,
turn
just
into
say-
leather change purses.
I just bought.
They do.
I just
supposed
bought
to-
those oranges, Chuck, and that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened.
Yeah, man.
I'm telling you, it's something. It's nothing's lasted. The last like year and a half.
Okay, so it's
gone
not
Well,
down.
that and
me.
Ed's mom takes a bite out of every one to claim her territory and puts it back in the bowl.
She's licking them.
There's a bad spot in every
And
one of
since
these.
death is circling there,
It's
it just disintegrates everything.
It's like they do in the tribes. They swish it around their mouth and they spit it out because it speeds up fermentation. That's what she's doing.
She's getting tanked.
Getting that saliva on there.
just and then put it on the pole. No, and the other day
Then she takes it back so she doesn't waste anything. Give me that.
Where's my sangria?
It turns to wine and like one day in the pit of despair.
Right?
I got to show you this photo. I'm going to share this with the audience. And the other day I was talking to Chuck about food because I'm like, first thing that scared me is I had a terrifying night. Like I took a nap. Have you ever taken like a nap? And being in the POD, it's pitch when you turn the lights off, it is pitch black because I don't have any windows in here. You know, I do, but
Vampire
Christmas lights
sleep.
still.
well, yeah, but I mean, if I turn, but I do turn the Christmas lights on, but I'm just saying it's dark in here. So at nighttime, it's like, you know, you need cat eyes to walk. That's why I have night lights on all the time somewhere. So, but have you ever taken a nap or something and you wake up for a moment and it takes in your mind 10, 12 minutes, whatever, to get you're kind of discombobulated because maybe you're in a deep sleep and you wake up and the dream was so real that you feel disoriented for a second.
Yeah.
Well, because I threw out my back a week ago, which I told the audience a week or two
Did
ago.
you get it out of the trash so you can have it again, or did you just leave it out there?
And I'm feeling, I got a whole story on that too. Bring me back, Chuck. Remember
told that?
No, what happened today? Bring me back.
Okay.
Bring me back to the
you're
tramadol.
back to- stick with being reacclimated with time.
No, that's where I'm at. So what happened was you wake up from a dream and I was disoriented. So I got up and I'm going to the kitchen and I felt a crunch under my foot. You know, because I always
Was
wear
it a captain?
in the POD. I always wear slippers. I never walk around barefoot ever. Because
A
of
mice bite.
because of you guys know there was mice in the POD. You know, so
yeah.
So yeah, I can't. So no, and I stepped on a mouse that was just, or not a mouse, a spider that was just huge, and I'm like, thank God I.
That's what you stepped. That's what the crunch was.
Oh, I'll put a photo on the site. I don't have it here. Oh yeah. So what happens? And I was like, what? And I was disoriented. I looked over in those oranges that you said were, you know, and I was like, the food's bad. I go, am I in a Twilight Zone? So I started looking at my food. It got me on this food thing. And that's when I called you, Chuck. And I started going through my food. And Chuck goes, send me a photo of exactly what you just opened. And I see, for you guys, do you guys...
I'm going to stop him. I'm going to stop him. He's like, I'm going back in my mom's pantry. I'm hankering for something sweet. So, and I've been on the same page with him. You see a thing like that Betty Crocker pre-made frosting, you're like, I need a spoonful of that shit. That's going to work.
I do.
My spoonful turns into like half the fucking thing, but
I do.
he gets it. And I said, Ed, when was the expiration date on that?
20 years ago.
Go ahead, Ed.
Yeah. He didn't realize those had expiration dates.
Oh, it had an expiration
It's just
date.
sugar.
All right. Was it 2016?
It was something. So
It was like 2016. Now, mind you, this was vanilla frosting. The label made it look pure white. He opens it, and I hear him go, sends me a picture. It's the color of caramel.
Yeah.
It was caramel.
Antique white.
Yes.
It was a
It was
mistake in the
caramel.
factory.
Right.
They put the
I'm
wrong
out
stuff
for a minute,
in the
guys. I'll be
can.
back.
Okay, no problem.
All right, see you tomorrow, Angus.
Here, I'm gonna show you the audience. I'm gonna share the
It was
screen.
nougat.
And
Oh, you have a picture of it?
Oh, Chuck told me to. Do you guys see
Get a
it?
picture of this shit.
Creamy. What's it say? White frosting.
Yeah, that's definitely not white.
Yeah, that was the frosting. And I go, well, it should be good, technically.
White. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not white.
That turnt.
So then Ed gets, he's like, oh, we got some chocolate here. I'm like, don't eat it because you can't see the color, discoloration of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's like,
It still looks good.
Much different. Yeah.
Yeah, because I get this sweet tooth where, and I do, and I have this weird sweet tooth where I don't eat a lot of sweets, but I just need something real quick, like a little, maybe a Hershey's Kiss, something like that, and then it's sedated.
Sure,
You know what I mean? And that's why I eat spoonfuls of frosting, which it sounds suicidal or just sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, do you guys ever do that with peanut butter? You just go get
I
a
do
big
with
scoop of
frosting.
peanut butter.
I don't so much do it with peanut butter. That's too peanut butter. Too much. There's got to be a peanut butter to jelly ratio. I can't just do peanut butter.
Yeah,
2 to 1.
We have things I can grab that
For sweetness.
There's kids here, yeah, but I'll order dessert to go. Like if we go out for dinner, and we'll come back and it'll sit in the refrigerator. It's almost like I'm okay with just having it and not even eating it.
See, I've done that where you get a dessert, like say a piece of piece of cake, and you bring it home, you put it in the fridge, and you forget about it, and then it becomes like concrete. And then when you see it, you're like, oh, there's the cake. And then you make the mistake of trying to pick off like the chocolate off of the tub, and it's just that.
Oh,
or
I don't go there.
You
The
don't.
popsicles, you pull them out of the wrapper, and it's got that big ring of
slime.
goo. Yeah, I'll pass on.
Wait a minute. What causes that? What causes that?
I don't know. Obviously, being in the freezer too long.
Anything with moisture in it or water in it, even though it's in the freezer, it's slowly. That's why you get what's it called? Freezer burn.
Yeah.
Meat becomes like a 1 pound thing of meat. If you leave it in there long enough, becomes 8 ounces. It's like air. It's the moisture evaporates.
Really?
It's basically slowly drying.
So do you have to soak it in water to rehydrate it?
Right.
Could.
Have you ever?
If that's the way you want to go.
I've done that. Have you ever opened up ice cream, unopened ice cream, and it's like the gallon container's this big, and it's like this.
You have to chisel through the ice to get to it.
That's
And it's like Kurt Russell in The Thing.
Oh, and you even give it a shot, and it tastes just like the refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, it tastes like ass.
Exactly. I was going to say.
You're desperate enough.
Have you? Yes. Have you done? I've done that where I want it, or like an ice cream sandwich, and I'm like, oh man, I remember I bought those ice creams or the cookies. It looks like a chocolate chip cookie with the ice cream in the center, and I'm like,
those
yeah.
don't last like 4 days in my
And
house. I don't got to worry about that.
After you see it, you're like, God, I could, man, it looks, and you take it out of the freezer.
It's like you're spelunking. There's like these things growing in different geode shapes.
Exactly. You're got to try to sell them at the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah,
this has been in my mom's
right?
freezer for 32 years.
Yeah. Watch when we cut it open. You can polish that.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Geode.
Yeah,
exactly. It is. You get this crazy like ice cream, and then it has that weird off flavor. Because I've done it where I hate I really hate wasting the food.
Oh, we know. We just saw your frosting.
It tastes like everything in the freezer. The fish, everything has gone into your ice cream.
I was so desperate one night. I found some pizza rolls, like a half bag of pizza rolls in the bag of the freezer. And I cooked them, and I bit into one. I'm like, oh, it's going to freezer burn. Yeah, I'm like, let's see if I could put some hot sauce on it to cover it up. That's how desperate I was for something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They didn't
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec. I got to pause this.
Oh.
There you go. Sorry. Where was? Oh, the ice cream. We were talking about, you get that ice cream sandwich, and like Wayne said, everything kind of has that flavor. That whatever you eat, and then
it'll taste like the green peppers you decided to cut up and save.
Like you did with the pizza rolls. I've done it with. Have you ever done it with bagel bites? Where you pull the bagel bites
those
out?
Are even worse.
And those don't make it that long in my house.
And
either.
they don't.
Oh, those will suck in some flavor.
No, they last a couple days. Once you start eating them.
And they turn into concrete. Have you ever had them where you pull them out and you're like,
dude, they're concrete to begin with. They're bagels, for crying out loud. Those are weapons.
An awesome, real fresh bagel isn't that good.
Yeah, they're very dense.
I love bagels.
Well, here's the thing. I hate wasting. Now, do you guys drink alcohol or beer, even if you hate it?
Never.
No, I will get rid of it or pass it along to somebody who likes it.
Never.
Does alcohol have a date?
If somebody leaves it at my house, I give it to somebody else.
See, I got.
Oh, wait, that's the other way around.
Yeah, I say we usually give it to Gary.
Somebody leaves it at my house, it's gone tomorrow.
People give me like the same thing. Like you guys are like, oh, that beer sucks. Give it to Ed, and then Ed gets it, and he goes, "This sucks."
Yeah, we give Ed the shitty beer.
Like I get this one, some kind of chimichanga beer. It's Ellicottville Brewing Company. It's Chalanga.
Good.
It's over by Holiday Valley.
Ellicottville. The only thing there's a ski resort or something.
Yeah, Holiday Valley.
Good.
That something called an Express IPA. See, I'm not a big IPA kind of guy, but I'll drink them even if I don't like it.
Those are high dollar, dude.
I
What are you
choke 'em
rolling
down.
Those are big. Those are all big
Those are
money
high
things.
dollar shit.
Are
man.
they?
Yeah.
They're big money. This is
So Ed's
I
gonna
like
drink it
it.
just because now.
Caddy
These are
in the
Yeah.
subway
expensive.
now?
I am drinking them.
someone gave me a bottle of wine, and all it had for a label is one letter.
And that was probably on
Expired.
$250.
Ed.
Expired.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed. You couldn't afford
That's
the D.
it. It's,
It was
it's
from
just
the country
E.
of
That's
E.
it. That's
That's
all
like
it's.
those stickers on the back of.
That's
those
the
yuppie
newest
SUVs
alcohol he has,
from the,
and
the
it's
land of
better when it gets old.
Oh, I did want to express something else to you guys real quick. I still haven't hit the subject that I wanted to express to you guys that I was pretty excited about. That I told you I was going to let my hair grow.
Yeah, you guys still got it? Let me see.
See that?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
looking good.
Did you put some just fermented in it so we can see the
Three.
clear
Let 'em
follicles?
grow.
No, yeah. Oh, here's the weird thing.
Is it
There's-
red?
Is it?
Your new
Stuff
name
he's like growing in is
Ginger.
red.
Is it longer than your pubes finally?
Nothing is that long, Chris. Nothing.
Nothing.
We're going Ed
Nothing.
Punzel
Money.
over here.
Right. Look. Wait. Like.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's really coming in.
It's almost an afro.
You should probably water it
Oh,
more.
look at the one. Yeah.
Look at that little tuft.
He's got a
Yeah,
mini
look.
mohawk.
Look. It is. It's
You
coming.
can almost braid it.
It's coming.
Keep going.
See it there.
Going.
It's been so tough because I have so. This is.
It hangs,
That is so
it hangs
odd.
in your eyes.
I was going to say, does it bother you when you sleep and it pulls in your eyes?
I don't even know what to say.
It
That's
obstructs
just
his
so
vision.
odd.
Dude, he's rolling the window down and he can feel the wind blowing through it. The one part.
It looks like he's got avid.
No.
It's like
This is what
Some
happened.
just fermented it.
And I'm gonna just I got to take my headphones off to describe it to these guys. So when I shave it, I shave by feel. You know, I shave my own head.
Because you're blind.
Do you not have any light in the bathroom?
He's blind. He never told
Oh,
anybody.
no. I think you could get your own GoFundMe account with that hair.
It won't be
I
long.
mean-
There's going to be guys pulling up behind you thinking you're a hot chick.
No, wait. No,
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
look from behind.
Jesus, he looks like a cancer
Oh,
patient.
look, it's a chick.
Wow.
Oh, no,
That's
it's
getting
not.
pretty long.
It is. It is.
It is. See, I'm getting
Dude,
almost
don't,
like
don't cut it until after
It's
summer.
like that movie, 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, yes. Like Chucky
All
said.
on one head.
Wait a minute,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
50 Shades of Ed.
he needs to grow his mustache at the same time.
No, because what I do when I shave it, and this is how I do it by feel, is I will I shave and then I put my hand like here so I don't go beyond, and I just kind of go like like
It works
this.
pretty good.
No,
And
don't
I feel
that.
it.
Let it all roll, buddy.
Yeah, dude, let it grow,
all,
seriously.
All of it.
No,
All of
this
it.
because then my hats don't fit right, and then it feels
Yeah,
funny here.
they have,
Oh,
I don't think you have to worry
sure.
about that for like a year.
No,
Yeah.
it does.
He's going to have a bowl cut with the front of the bowl missing.
No, where? No.
Come on, we'll modify your hair.
You're
so
shaving
they
up to
feel
a certain
fine.
level, you just said, right?
Yeah, up to about here. Then I
With
try
a bowl
and fade
cut
it,
with the
but
front missing.
Just let it all grow, dude.
Like a,
Everybody out there, if
Let
you
it
can
go,
see
let it
Ed's
go.
piece of hair, he's just got to let it grow.
it's like a horseshoe.
see, I'm gonna get close to the
stadium.
camera. I'll get close.
No, don't. Jesus.
Wow.
Is that a cancer?
That's why you never prune a dead tree, folks.
That's it. I think it. I was very shocked at
It's
how.
gonna look good. Keep going.
Yeah,
But here's
seriously.
the thing.
But get
This
some just
side,
ferment, so we can
see
see
how
it all.
dark that is. This side is all gray. It's all so it looks like just. I'm like,
Right. They make stuff for that.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
and
I know a girl that can.
and I
this
feel
all
like
in order.
Brendel You know what I mean? How it's like.
Don't
Like-
worry. Another month,
What's
it'll be past that. It'll be
Yeah,
What did
glorious.
your
Lay-
boyfriend say?
It'll start laying down.
You might
Once
you
you
might
get
fill
certain
in for
length.
Sebastian Bach in no time.
Ed Bastian Bach.
Oh God! And I'm pretty excited too that I got my truck paid off and I got my title. I'm so happy
That
about
was
it.
a fast $12.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did they send your historic plates yet?
Good one.
He's got to get it down to E-check first.
And the only one, I have a 2005 Ford F-150 and I had like an 8-year loan on it.
8.
Got
Paying out- plus you
450,000
You did the
miles.
deferred payments for like 2 years.
I think it was more expensive than braces.
You would have got more
did.
enjoyment out of braces.
Oh, God.
I like the adults with the braces. What's that?
I'd like to get some Invisaligns.
Like
Have you ever-
50-year-old.
teeth feel like they're moving.
Yeah. Have you ever seen someone that like we
Not
went
as
to
bad as
school?
Ed's.
We went to
Quit
school
sucking your
with.
thumb.
Not this way. This way.
There are people I think we went to school with that still have braces.
Oh,
you know?
right. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
some of those kids had like 4 teeth.
They're
They
just
literally
Or-
had 4 giant teeth on the
Or
top.
47 teeth.
I saw a girl yesterday that had 1 tooth where there should be 2. It was better. I'm
Dude,
like,
I had one of those when I was a kid.
Did you really?
Yes, they pulled it out so it didn't fucking come down and push the 2 front teeth out.
Bet that bitch could eat corn on the cob pretty goddamn fast.
Yeah.
she could start an apple like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. I did want to ask this too
Right through
because
the picket fence.
if you guys remember, the audience may not because it was so long ago that remember I told you I stepped on that spider and I worried because I don't know if animals like
When you changed your socks before that because it was so long ago? Is that where we're going with
no.
this?
Is that, they say, like when you say a bee, they tell you don't kill a bee because it puts out a scent that all
And
the
it
other
brings other bees. Yeah.
brings other bees. And
That's good though because
What?
it shows them. Look, motherfuckers, you're next.
well, when I stepped on that giant, I mean, it was like holding my shoe up when I was pushing down on it.
It was
You gave him enough time to send the homing signal.
I think, well, here's the thing.
well,
Yeah.
it was in spider language, and the pitch was so high humans can't hear it. But it was like, get this motherfucker off me!
Because
Way.
here's the worst thing being in the POD, which you guys, I know Wayne is going to
No,
tell
really,
me
what
never happened.
is the worst thing?
Pit
We
of
know
despair.
a lot of bad things about being in the POD, but really, what's the worst thing?
is in the morning. Okay, in the morning, I always keep. Do you guys keep by the bed? I always keep a glass of water or
I'll do
something.
bottled
Zip
water,
ties.
Zip
Duct
ties.
tape.
duct tape, rubber sheets.
No, sterile butt plugs. No, that do you by the bed? Do you ever keep?
Sterile.
Who's sterile?
He doesn't want to get pregnant.
I mean, really, do you keep a bottle of water or do you keep?
I do. I keep
bottled water.
bottle of water.
Okay.
yeah,
Something
bottled
to
water.
drink, yeah.
Okay, I usually bring. Yeah,
Plus, we have
whatever.
a mini fridge in here, so
Less than a month old, though, Ed. Less
You have
than
a
month
mini
old.
fridge in your
and a
bedroom?
Keurig.
In your bedroom?
Yeah.
Who does that? What do you mean? You're like in a
We
minute.
got 2 stories to this house, and sometimes we're too lazy to go downstairs.
Yeah, but are
if
you
there's like snacks and pop and bottled water. And then
Wait a
like
minute, listen.
Keurig
So
sitting
you're
on
like-
top of it.
You do that like.
Who
eh.
restocks it? Who
And then
restocks
you-
it, Chuck?
I do.
Do you have a maid?
And then I charge Becky. I'll like charge it to her bill. I always joke with her. I'm like, did you have a bottle of water? That's going to be applied to your
Yeah,
bill
your
when you leave."
checkout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I come over?
Did you have a Nutter Butter? Because I noticed one's missing out of the mini fridge.
What's
Some
that,
of them,
Trump?
and they're
Tuba?
electronic. All you have to do is like.
I have
move
one of the
them.
weighted ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
What if
I
she
bring
had, like,
extras
a-
and I put them back in, and then I get a bonus.
Weighted, yes.
the end.
Yeah.
She has like a. She's sizing it up like.
Like Indiana Jones?
Yeah. And she's like. Switches
Right
them
at the
real
same
quick.
time. Dude,
No.
why are these weighted bags of rocks in my fridge? You son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. No, I
A big
keep.
boulder comes out after her. Chases her down the stairs.
She's with her cane going down. Dun, dun, dun,
Has to get down the stairs
dun, 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 dun. Maybe I'll add that to this scene for editing.
Yeah, there you go.
But what I keep next to the bed, so I always try and do that. So when I'm in the morning, when I get up, I took Chuck's advice first of all, and I don't get out of bed anymore.
Yeah, don't just jump out of bed. You'll stroke. You could take a chance of stroking out.
Right? Yeah.
Sit up and sit
don't
there for
want
like
that.
20 seconds.
right.
Yeah.
Chucky got me all paranoid about that, so I
Well,
sit up.
We don't want to find late night with dead money.
Right. Just
Yeah.
I'm just sitting like that. It's rolling.
And since nobody goes down there, they won't find you.
They won't. They won't. No one cares.
The cats will be eating you.
Nobody cares. So
Spiders.
I get up and I go and I put. See, that's the thing. That in either my washing machine or in the sink, I'll open up to put in the cup, and there'll be either those long, creepy.
Thousand-leggers?
Yes, centipedes.
Millipedes?
Or in the sink, spiders.
Wait, what are you putting a cup in the washing machine for?
Dishwasher.
You said washing machine.
Well, I'm sorry, dishwasher. Yeah.
Yeah, you threw me off there. I'm
sorry. So yeah, just tumble dry, tumble dry my little, cup. No, I put in the sink, and there's been times there's actual spiders in the sink.
That's when you just turn on the water.
No,
so you don't have to.
No,
that's bullshit.
No, see, this is the part that's very confusing to me, is because for the audience that doesn't know. Is years ago we talked about when everybody was at the POD is I was talking about having spiders in my sink, and I thought a remedy would be just because I didn't want to kill. I felt bad because they eat flies, and maybe they'll eat the.
How many flies did you have in the sink? None. So they're kill that fucker.
Well, when his underwear were in there was a whole swarm.
Oh.
So what I did was to stop the spiders from coming up the drain, because that's where they're coming from. Must be coming from the drain because they're not from around here. So I put Comet in the sink, like in all around in there,
around the drain.
Yes,
so they couldn't cross it.
Yes, that's what I thought because it has bleach in it. And for the audience, Chuck said I created a Brody spider. Remember it had blonde hair because of the bleach. And so
he was surfing the waves going down the drain, and he'd come back every morning so Ed would wash him down.
What's in the sink?
Bruh.
Brody.
The surfing spider.
Bruh.
Right, created a Brody spider, and I thought
he surfs down on an old macaroni.
Right? No, I was gonna look in, and he has like one curl of blonde, looking in there, and he's got
There's a couple Spicolis sitting over on the side, just smoking weed, watching. Bro, that was gnarly. That was pretty rad.
Bruh.
He's going down the drain like bitchin'.
No, so the Comet didn't work, and they kept coming. They kept
what
coming
about
through.
salt?
Well, won't that eat away at the stainless
Nothing
steel?
Nothing worse than Comet.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
Comet shouldn't. That's meant for cleaning it, right?
It's very abrasive though with bleach.
It's aggressive.
It should.
I'm sure it's got acid in it.
It probably does.
Just kidding.
Probably has bleach as a component.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah, the Comet has bleach in it.
I don't follow your logic. I don't think the spiders come out of the drain. They come to the drain.
I don't think they do either.
They come to the drain because they expect bugs or
trap.
something to be around it.
Right, and those little
maybe that's why they're in
little
Ed's bed.
motherfuckers, those eat spiders. So
wait a minute. You're saying that I think they come because it drains in the way it drains is it drains down in. Yeah, I think it does. I think it comes up through.
You
the
have
pipes.
a trap. So can that spider swim through a trap?
Yeah,
under the sink.
They might. They can maybe have little.
Ask them next time, Ed.
What is it?
The elders.
What's it? The Russian spider from the Olympics? What the
No,
fuck?
it's the one saving the kids down in Thailand.
Those
where they had to
spiders
swim through
are
the
outside the drain
I remember that.
and go to the drain and build the web because they assume either there's airflow or there's movement there that they're going to expect a fly to come to.
they just want to drink.
What's with the flies? He thinks. Go ahead, Chucky.
Chuck.
Well, that's why there's spiders in Ed's bed. They see all the flies. They go towards the food. Boom.
Right, and the reason they're in the sink is that's the beach area. They're just vacationing
For the Brody
getting
fly.
away.
It's like the Kalahari of basements. Yeah, for bugs.
That's it.
It's 3 flies a night.
Yeah. So what I did is I installed these. Have you ever seen? They look like screens that go down into the drain so that it catches food.
Yeah.
And stuff. And you.
Oh, so you don't waste
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I can repurpose that.
So you think you're gonna wake up and look through that screen and see like a bunch of spiders in prison,
Yeah.
like trying to get up? Yep. I don't think
Hey,
so.
there's one of them spiders got one fucking leg through that screen, flipping head off.
Oh my
They all
god,
got a bunch of prison
dude.
tats.
Well, they only have one finger on each leg, so they're
Oh,
every leg flips
And
out.
Ed, how many times have you seen more than one spider at the same time?
Oh yeah, that's
None.
right. I haven't. No.
So how hard
So
is
you
it to
never
go
see the same spider in the same
squash
spot?
one?
Well, they might have Morse code or something like.
Well, what about mothballs? Do you ever put mothballs down there? Because that's supposed to repel spiders, right? Because moths eat spiders.
I don't know.
Wait a minute.
I think that's why.
Rock
That's a
beats
whole
scissors? Is
new.
that what you-
I don't know the evolutionary.
Paper beats rock? What the fuck?
Should I bring in hawks? You know, soon as just have, I've
Heck,
got
it's quick. Fucking Google it. See if mothballs repel spiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna have.
Get those big monkey balls.
Yeah,
Yeah, monkey balls work too.
So I need monkeys. I got hawks down here. I've got monsters.
No, you don't need monkeys. You just need the balls.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna get the balls if you ain't got no monkeys.
Well, how do you eat your meat if you don't have any? No, those fucking things that grow on trees, they call them monkey balls.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
They're
No,
green.
I did, and then
They fuck
I
up your car when you run over them.
Wrong monkey.
I was. Go ahead.
Fill it with all
Mothballs.
kinds of
Known-
stuff.
Mothballs are known for their ability.
Hold on.
It's a long one. Yeah.
All right, mothballs are known for their ability to kill moths, eggs, and larvae, but they are also known to ward off mice, snakes, spiders. Also,
Oh,
Ed,
And
that's a
bat-
cure-all for the
bats,
pit of
if you-
despair.
there you go.
yeah,
A
one
one-stop shop.
Lots of rodents.
Ed comes down with like a whole bed full of mothballs from his truck.
It looks like one of those ball jumps that the little kids have at the Burger King.
That's his bed. He doesn't understand why all the 80-year-olds are attracted to him. Ooh, you smell delicious.
That's just
You
it.
smell like my cedar chest.
I can't have too many down there because then it'll smell. I've got a little scenty things, and I don't want to
I
ruin
don't
it.
know. Only
They
up to
come-
your
I don't
knees.
think Sensi makes a mothball scented candle.
He's
You
making
get a
his
couple
own.
of them and put them in nylons and hang them in the corners of your basement.
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Yeah, maybe I should do that. That's a good call. And I know I wanted to talk. It was on my subject. I wanted to talk because Chuck told me specifically, don't talk anymore about it.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about it till the show. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, so this will be a surprise
as
to me.
soon as
too.
I say, you'll remember because I call. He'll call me. This is a dumb thing that Chuck does. He'll send me photos for whatever reason all the time of him pooping on
Wherever I'm at.
Wherever he's at, he just sends me a photo
Damn,
of him
I don't
pooping.
get any of those.
So I was
if
like,
you want them, I'll put you on the poop loop.
No,
I was like, why is he
we're
sending me poop
busy
photos?
enough.
So what happened is I was talking to Chuck. I happened to be in the bathroom, and I said, "Hey man," when he sent me a photo, I said, "Hey man, I'm about to take a shower and I'm naked, but since I've got you on the phone, I want to ask you if you ever manscaped." And what happened is I'll get an ingrown hair on down there. All right, you know, an ingrown
on
hair,
the sack,
not on the just in
Where your
the
pelt is?
the fupa.
fupa. No.
Fupa.
As the skinniest person ever with a fupa.
No, I manscape. So, but I've gotten them where it becomes an ingrown hair and it turns purple.
Wait, is it on the scrot? On the shaft? What are we
above
talking
it.
here? On your taint?
It's on the awning.
On the
The awning.
right, it's on the awning. It's on. Yeah, good call. It's on the awning. The
Overhang bush.
the overhang. Yes.
Oh, so he's supposed to have a bush, but hair doesn't grow there either.
Exactly. One.
So, but it turned, and I was telling Chuck,
What island is that?
it started turning purple. This ingrown hair, and so.
How big, did it look like an elderberry?
it's an STD.
When it turns purple, it's ready to pick.
Was it like was it the size of like a raisin, a grape? What are we talking here?
Maybe.
Rice?
Do you know what? Maybe I'll take a photo because there's
No,
No.
absolutely not.
It's
Yes,
why not?
Do it. Come on.
not like the whole area, just like
Yeah.
a zoom in of that section.
Well, you're gonna have to put a dime next to it for size reference.
Yeah, we need something.
I ain't gonna waste a dime. Who are we kidding?
He'll get to keep it.
No, and
Yeah, you'll get to keep it.
I asked Chuck, and this is the thing too. Have you ever? I gotta ask because
As a matter of fact, no.
no one ever admits to it. So I got to ask to see if it. No, I had an ingrown hair, and so it was bothering me. So
Did you put peanut butter on it and get the dog to bite it?
Why? Because it was longer than your penis?
Did you put some black cream on it and draw it out? That's what. Yeah, there's some
what
black
in
ichthymol or whatever. You
What the
smear that
hell?
on it,
No.
and it draws. It's a
Dick
drawing.
Methaw?
It's
Dick
a
and
drawing lotion.
I have never heard of this. Are you serious? Or are you just
Isn't
making
that
fun of me?
basically what calamine lotion is? It draws the
Well, that's more like
stuff out of a poison ivy, the weepiness
that's
out
a
of a poison ivy.
drying.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is black, and you put a Band-Aid on it. You put that on, it's supposed to like draw.
Whatever out.
Never,
Yeah.
See, my
I've
mom
never heard of that.
Neither have I. My mom used
Yeah.
to tell us to put white surgical tape on stuff like that, like, and it'll.
Why? Because you guys couldn't afford Band-Aids? Just put it. It'll stick to the scab and pull it off. But whatever, Ed. Just do it. It'll stop the bleeding
It'll be
for now.
fine.
Yeah. You could get on Amazon drawing salve for boils and whatnot.
Next day.
And other modern cures from India.
Yeah. Ichthymol. Oh, there it is. There's my ichthymol. Yep.
Other kids.
It's
I just put some tilapia or some sour cream on it, and then it'll do
Curry.
some curry, some couscous on there, and it'll draw out whoever said no. We would use white surgical tape.
What if
on
you soaked it in rice, like you do your cell phone if you drop it in water?
I sent you
No,
a picture of it there.
and did you then no?
Couple pictures.
What happened is I went to like pop this.
Oh, God.
Did you use like channel locks? How big was it?
Oh.
Some needle nose? What are we using
A
here?
rolling pin.
Was it big enough to like butt up to a workbench with a bench vise?
Oh, no.
Did you lance it?
Whack it with a skillet?
Who would
Just get
do
it,
that?
Get a hobby knife and lance it.
No,
And then
that's
squeeze it.
insane. No,
Dude, you're getting advice from
An
Dr.
X-Acto?
Wayne.
Yeah, it'll come out.
He's a
easier.
specialist.
no. But this is what I was going to ask you.
His tool
Is
pouch is loaded with needle nose pliers and linesman pliers. And
He is a
spikes.
reincarnated doctor from the Civil War. He has like
Utility
a
knife.
saw,
right? No,
I have a bone
a
saw.
leather
and
thing
some
to bite
black
on.
tape.
Ed, bite on this leather thing and go ahead and pop it.
no.
Yep.
This is what I'm going to ask. Have you ever, like, say a blackhead, something like that, that you go to pot in like this hard
Seed.
seed?
Talking
Yeah.
about the core?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Squirted right out onto the tabletop.
No, not like a hard seed. It's
Yeah, I've had
not like
that.
it's a pine cone. No, I mean, I had, and I asked Chuck about it, and he's like, just stop talking. Yeah, and I squeezed this, and
Now,
this.
that's the international signal for docking, Ed. Whatever you're doing.
Right,
He's like,
right
I
across
was
your face.
docking while I was squeezing my pimple.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't docking at the time either. No,
Yeah, right.
Luckily, it was on my
Oh.
foreskin, so I just pulled it over his shaft and used it as a love bump.
and this
Wow.
this stuff
That's
came
awesome.
out. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is if this like
Oh.
hard gel stuff came out?
Was it like a scab underground? I mean, you lost me.
That's. I mean, have you
Was
ever
it like grape jelly?
It's your body puts stuff around like a piece of dirt or whatever that gets into your pore or hair, and it's its way of distancing
Attacking it?
itself. Yeah.
Like, what do you guys do for a pimp? Like not a pimp, a splinter. What do you guys do for a splinter?
Bite it and pull it out.
It depends. Well, yeah, it depends how far it is.
Yeah, how
sometimes
far
you got to use a needle. Sometimes you got to
Yeah.
do surgery and cut around it.
Okay, like
Or you could even wait till it gets all pussy and shoot it out. I mean, that's
Problem solved.
That's what it's. That's how it
Yeah, your
works.
body will reject it eventually. I
Yeah.
think.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could just
like-
get infected and you'll lose the limb. Whatever. Either way, it's gone. Right.
Just like a date.
It'll
It'll
reject it.
eventually reject you. It's normal.
Or he'll get all pussy and just shoot it out.
It
Is that
did.
fussy or
See,
pussy?
I've had that too, and this was the one. I got to tell you, this happened to me
But wait,
today.
you never finished. You
Oh,
said it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
grape jelly or like a
It
hardened
was-
scab
It was like
in between.
like a pit.
Yes, like have you ever? You remember when you used to have pimples and you'd squeeze a pimple?
Yeah.
and,
Yellow
50,
shit that
54
comes
still
out
getting
on
them.
that TV show on cable television.
yeah, Dr. Pimple. Yeah, it comes
I
out,
love
but it
watching
was
that.
but it was hard. It was like glue, like almost like a hard glue.
So it wasn't
Waited
toothpaste.
too long.
It wasn't the what is that stuff? Cottage cheese juice.
No.
Oh, it's just
Using descriptive words for the people out there,
disgusting.
they might understand.
Yeah,
so
no.
it wasn't toothpaste. It wasn't cottage cheese juice.
And this
it
was from-
was like
Yes.
the clump from the cottage cheese.
like the clump, yes, like
Okay.
the curd of
It
the
was zit curd.
It was zit curd came out, and it was and I was worried, and that's when Chuck told me stop manscaping, and
Go to the
I
hospital.
didn't say stop manscaping. I said quit using a razor and start using clippers.
I think he pinched out one of his testicles.
AKA
That's what I
zit
think.
curd.
That's what I think.
It's zit curd. It's about the same size.
Yeah. All unused and old.
Just shriveled up.
all of a sudden I'm
sad.
I'm talking a little higher now. Is it like it
But you
dropped-
said it was on the awning. I still don't know where that is.
It was next to his ovary.
Oh, okay. I'm following you now.
It's just on the opposite side of my tramp stamp. That's that's all welcome aboard.
One size fits all.
Oh God, no! It was just odd because it was the first time that I had. And have you ever gotten like a pimple on the? Maybe it's ingrown hair too, on the belt line, on where your
I've had
belt is, and it's
What? No.
But you haven't?
I don't think I've ever gotten
I have.
ingrown hair there.
You're kidding
It's
on your
very
belt line.
uncomfortable.
Yes, it like rubs. It's a weird rubbing sensation
And
that happens.
It really sucks when it grows real long and wraps around your belt and you can't get it off.
Yeah.
Makes
No.
the belt loop.
No, I had today. You just made me think of what happened, like a belt loop. You made me think. I had the dumbest, idiotic thing. I've ever gotten hurt the
Really?
dumbest
On a
way
Monday?
ever. Yeah, no,
Oh, I'm sure I have.
the dumbest way. We had at work, and I do the laundry at work where we get towels and cleaning towels and
Underwear.
tablecloths, stuff like that.
People that just left them there and Ed's washing them. So
I did. I'll launder, dumb stuff, like that there. And I reached into the damn washing machine, and we've got
Spider went, hey.
no, when I mean old,
Bruh.
this thing is. It was when you have a washing machine that it rusts around the top, you know what I mean, of the rim where you put the top load. That's how old it is that it's
Does it
rusting.
have those two ringers on the top too?
The two ring.
Oh, those
you
little-
run it
Oh yeah, no.
Squash the cloud
Yeah.
tub.
It's so
That
old
big
that
round fucker with 3 legs.
the center.
rolling
It has
pins.
the giant auger in it.
The
rolling pins.
the center shaft is in it where it was donated to us probably, and it does this weird rotation versus a normal, the normal
The new
ones.
ones.
The new one. This is this really funky weird thing, and it is where you add the softener, the fabric softener, on the top. It's just it looks like. I mean, I've tried to clean it, but you never seen something that's so old that you can't get the stain out no matter what you do. I mean, with
Like your teeth?
Because it's metal.
Those things, those are the kind that keep running even when the lid's open. That shit'll they'll pull you in.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Pull, yeah.
It will
So
run.
how
with
did
the
you
lid
get hurt
open.
on this, Ed? Go
So
ahead.
this is the crazy part. What I do is I
He
also
touched it.
I also
Without
wash
a welding glove?
instead of to get the life out of our mop heads, stuff like that. I wash the mop heads. You know what I mean? What does it look for, Chuck? Yeah, I wash
These
the
are
mop
like $1,
heads.
Ed.
No, not.
Maybe
No, they got those big cloth
four.
ones. They're probably about
They're
$20.
Yeah, they're industrial. I mean,
Oh,
really
okay.
aggressive
I was
ones.
picturing Ed with like a shitty dollar store mop, and I'm like,
Swiffer.
No. So we wash them.
Q-tip.
I'll wash them like 3 or 4 times before I get rid of them and go down to the janitorial store and get more. But I'll do it, and then they start fuzzing. You know what I mean? Like the ends of them up start fuzzing, and the loops.
That's when they work really good, though.
Kind of like your head.
No, they're terrible. So I put it in there, but I reached into the washer to pull it out, and for whatever freaking
there was 17 razor blades?
Spider.
You got it entangled.
The holes around the drum
Couple needles.
are to the point where they've aged and they've bent out a little bit. You know what I mean? And so when I reached in, it caught my nail and
So it just
cut
shred your clothes?
It cut up
It's like
my
a
nail.
cheese grater.
Yes,
So
just
why are you still
like
putting clothes in that thing?
Yeah.
He puts in jeans, he gets out holy jeans.
Yeah.
People pay good money for those.
Yeah, that's extra. They pay extra.
because Leibowitz won't let me go buy a new washer right down the road.
They're not expensive.
I know.
Get them at that appliance store,
Yes.
reconditioned for $150.
That's what I've said. I've told him. That's what I want to get there because this one is just, it's a lid. It'll run because the sensor's bad. You can
There was
lift.
never a sensor, Ed. Don't fucking laugh. There
There's
was never
sensors
a-
in
It was a
those.
switch.
Not in the old ones.
You can just push the button.
1957, they didn't even invent sensors yet.
They didn't care if their kids crawled in them while they were running. It's bath night. It's good enough
It's
for 'em.
bath night is right.
2 for 1.
Because here's the
Hose
thing.
and the kid.
Here's the thing. I always put it on second rinse. You know what I mean? To make sure
Not
whatever's
your
in is. It's, that's right. And dude, with that lid open, there's times when I go to put in the little bit, and it's so old when it spins, it just goes. You know, all
So it throws water everywhere.
yeah, so I have to make sure there's something on the lid, so when it goes the spin cycle, it doesn't vibrate and pop the lid open and start shooting water everywhere. You know,
You
so
sitting on it?
no,
Only during the spin cycle.
and and it.
Clothes are done.
That was an accident. Sorry.
And the way they have it hooked up is our dryer vent goes into the bathrooms. You know,
To heat
Of
them?
course it does. And then the bathroom vent goes into the lobby.
I swear to you, it goes up because I followed it because I was like, well, I got to clean this out one day. You know what I mean? Someday I got to clean this son of a bitch out. You know, don't you guys clean your dryer vents out?
Yeah, I do.
Oh,
But I know right where mine go, to the window.
Right. This one does. It goes up the wall and goes into it splits and goes into the bathroom. So you could turn the dryer on and go in there and you could see lint.
Oh, it's bonus heat.
Right. But if you turn the fans on in the bathrooms, it causes like a fighting effect. And then there's a third vent that sends it outside.
You're going to create a vortex of hell.
Create a Venturi and you could vacuum with it.
So we had, was it
So-
a couple days ago, we had a 65-degree day, speaking
Oh,
of dust.
loved it. Yes.
And I'm like, Becky, I'm going
70
to open
here.
all the windows upstairs. Now, mind you, not only was it 65, but it was also like 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yes.
I felt like I was in a dust storm. It was thing was like, whoosh. I'm like, Becky, shut the windows.
Another hour, it would all be gone.
And
Well,
dude,
we try to keep up on the dusting, but apparently we failed miserably.
It's impossible.
Now you've got, and the words for the audience doesn't realize Chuck lives near railroad tracks.
Yeah, like across the street.
Yeah, so dude, I know we've talked about it before, but I'm going to regurgitate. There's been times I was at his house, and we'll be. I got to grab something that won't splash all over because I got liquor everywhere.
Oh, you doing wash?
Yeah, no. Say this is on his
Saving
table
it for work tomorrow.
First of all, in his house, it was just slightly askew. You know
No,
what I
it's
mean?
the
floor
If you
joist.
go to the basement, you can look at the floor timber. They're timbers. They still got bark on them, so they've kind of hewed over the years.
Right.
Even though they're like jacked up a little bit, so it's not as bad. It's still things run to the middle.
Yes, in fact, I'll go to his kitchen, and not kitchen, your dining room, and I'll sit. Chuck always gives me
Our
this odd
dining room
chair.
chairs have wheels.
Yeah, they do. They have wheels on it, and Chuck always sits at a particular chair. Must be your chair that you sit at
Yeah,
all the
that's
time.
the one I always
Chuck
sit at.
sits, and he sits me all the time at this one chair. And I don't know if they super intentionally do it, but I'll sit down at the table and say I got a burger, like he had burgers at, and I have a burger in my hand, and I swear to like Chuck will tell you, I'll put the burger in my hand like this, and then I'm doing this.
He's like rolling into the den.
And then
I'm like, Ed, you got to hook your feet under the thing on the
and then
table.
I
so you
scooch
don't fall
back. I do the scooch back, and then oh yeah, and then I go to I know what you're talking about, Chuck.
It's true. And everybody's drink is like this.
It is. It's and then what'll happen is because of the railroad tracks across from him, you'll be sitting there talking, and everything at the table starts vibrating like this. Wait, have you never been to his house?
I don't think Wayne ever has.
He never let me in.
He was
It's
only in the
hilarious.
house once, right?
I was in the driveway.
It's hilarious.
me in
And I kept
either.
looking out the window. I'm like, is he still there?
You should make like a half pipe. Eighth pipe.
It'd be a dime pipe.
There you go.
But dude, you get a lot of dust over there. And
Yeah,
if
we
you-
do.
Now, do you keep often? And I know it sounds silly, your windows closed because of that.
No. No.
Really? I mean,
Now, when let me put it this way, there's a couple days in between winter and summer in Ohio that I can open the windows, but once it gets like 72 out, the AC's on.
do you really at 72? That's beautiful. I mean, yeah. Do you when you get a sandwich? Do you before you eat? Before you
Like
bite
anything
it?
lasts that long when it's on my plate. I'm so used to speed eating at work. It's like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
it's lunch. Eat. It's go time.
Oh, lunch, food. This is what I wanted to ask you. Is I talked about on a previous show. I hurt my back. I took Tramadol. It clogged me up. I got constipated. Well, I just stopped because my back's feeling better. I stopped taking it. And
Okay,
dude,
but did you poop yet?
I've been. This is what I was going to ask you because I took the Tramadol and it was very sporadic. Normally I'm like this. But it was very, very sporadic. And when
What, like you dropped a deuce and then you sat there for 10 minutes and dropped another deuce?
it wasn't
Sporadic?
it wasn't a normal
wasn't
poop.
daily.
It was little nuggets that were coming
Oh
out.
yeah, you're constipated.
Yes, it wasn't like a good going.
It wasn't a good log you could hollow out and ride down the Vermilion River.
That sounds fun.
Just saying,
The spiders could roll on it.
like a lumberjack thing.
They're all carrying it like it's a giant canoe. No, but finally the dam broke, and oh, good Lord, have you ever had? I had like goosebumps. Have you ever gone to the bathroom and gotten goosebumps because you were
Yeah,
going?
but then I was like floating above myself, looking down at myself on the shitter. Like, oh God, you just shit yourself to death, Chuck. It happened.
Was it like in the Dumber and Dumber shit?
Turbolax?
Herbalax?
Dumber.
I just wonder. Oh my God, do you see that?
Like flush mid log.
You guys don't see it? Oh my God, I'm gonna get close to the
What?
camera. I just noticed I've got a hair in the
Unibrow. Unibrow.
No.
Wow.
You need a new camera.
Yeah, it's
right there.
What is that? A 840 or 720 by
His
480
other
camera?
testicle.
It's an 8-bit. It's an 8-bit. But anyways, yeah.
I'm surprised that's not doing the bleep bloop bloop bleep. That was
God.
Nintendo sounds.
No, do you got?
Dude, listen.
Go ahead.
So the dam broke and you about died, right?
Oh, this was, I felt, and again, I know it's a medication that you said will bind you up.
Yeah.
You know, trying to bind me up. And dude, when I went, it was.
Was it a bowl filler? You know what I'm talking about? You ever take one of those dumps? You're like, holy shit! I'm
Was
gonna
part
weigh
of it
myself.
sticking out of the water?
Was it breaching?
That's yeah.
It looked like Nessie.
That's
Like an
that's like
iceberg
what I
coming in.
Chuck. That's what I saw.
That's where I was
Yeah.
getting to.
Yeah.
And, Wayne left me this voicemail. And what store were you in?
Meyer.
So Wayne leaves in his voicemail. He has to go into Meyer.
And they have
And he
clean
had to pee real
bathrooms.
bad.
Normally they have clean bathrooms.
Well,
Yeah, it
he
wasn't
went
about
in to use a
clean.
urinal,
it wasn't
and it
about
was being used, so he went into the stall. Go ahead, Wayne.
The urinal was being used, and I just really had to pee really bad, and I just got there, so I wanted to shop a little bit, and I swung the door open in the stall. There was there's only a handicap, and then there's a regular. I swung the door open from the stall, and there it was. I've never seen anything like it. I walked up, and it was the biggest. It was Turd, Ohio. It was
Was there a guy in Ohio Fishing Magazine with it? Like,
Oh yeah,
Look.
yeah.
Wayne was looking for the tag.
and there was like
Had a tag.
this huge behemoth. It was almost one of those old Ernest Hemingway photos of the marlin hanging by its tail. And this,
how big was this thing in
black and
reality?
white photo.
Give us a size. Like Nerf
it
football.
It was
Hockey-
as big
hockey
around
puck?
as the barrel of a baseball bat,
Oh,
and it was
shit.
about 13 inches long, and it had some type of similar to like a lunar surface, but like it was
Like, was it like alien drawings on it?
it was like cave drawings on it. Or did you ever see when a big tree falls in the woods and it's been there for a while and the bark comes off and you could see worm trails all over it?
Worm turd trails?
It had that. It was something to see, and I was like, and no attempt to flush, obviously. And I was like, whoa!
Well, dude, you got kinda-
So what about the
almost
toilet
pushed-
paper?
And that's what I'm going to next. It almost pushed me back, like,
Its
and
presence?
it breached the water in two ends. it was above, yeah, and to accommodate it. There were two neatly ripped squares of toilet paper. That were
Just
like
two
still-
squares?
Just two squares.
Well,
It was a clean drop.
was I have to say, was
But
there
it was-
blood on the toilet
There
paper?
had, so I was like, woof, and I go out and the guy was done at the urinal, so I'm like, just shaking my head, go to the urinal, and this other guy comes in behind me, and it's this big dude, and he sees me, and he does exactly what I did. He swings the door open. He's like, whoa. He walks out, and he's just looking at himself in the mirror like he had just seen something that
Like a ghost.
yeah. And I'm done using the urinal. I walk up, I was like, right? He's like, I don't even want to know what went along with that or how it felt. He goes, it's just a lot of bad right there. I was like, amen, brother. And then
Dude, did you try flushing the toilet out of spite to let some poor Myers kid clean it up?
I was afraid to get that close.
It just spun around like
I thought maybe it would like jump up and bite me or something.
Was one end pointing due north?
Probably the water could have left the bowl and it might have just started to break on the bottom a little, and then
Like
the
how
water
the Titanic sank?
would have reinforced itself. Yeah, it was like exactly.
Did it have any teeth marks and a hair in it or anything?
It still had a pulse.
It just gave Wayne a dirty look.
And
Yeah,
a snorkel. It was
it
snorkeling.
Was there
it
a
was-
birth certificate on the toilet on the side anywhere?
it was amazing. I mean, it was like, and it was just
Did you check on the floor to see if there was a trail of blood leading the
no.
stall?
I just wanted to say, what'd you have?
Dude went right to the Nerf ball aisle and got a couple Nerf balls so he could stick in his gaping
was a-
butthole.
Exactly.
I was just
Because
like,
that thing, when he sat down in his car, he's like, something doesn't feel right.
Noodle. Chuck,
I gotta go to the
noodle.
bathroom. Damn. Like, damn. What the heck? That's what we were looking at each other like, wow.
You know what I bet would work? A yo-yo. You know how it was like the two halves? You could just put it right
Pop
in the ring.
it in.
See,
I should have taken a picture.
that's
Yeah, that would have been a keeper. That would have been bragging rights for
It
anybody.
was amazing.
well.
And it was straight on. Like, there it is. You know?
He backed in, shit, pulled away.
Yeah.
That was like a trailer. He just disconnected, and moved on.
Dropped
He
it.
did. He did, yeah.
That's
That
what
was
I
a
wonder.
weight changer. Jesus.
I'm telling you, you shit that much, you weigh
He must
yourself
have been
afterwards.
floating about an inch off the ground as he walked out. He was so light.
He's aerodynamic. Whoever did it. He's
That or he was lightheaded.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you had chills. Like you to bring it back. Yeah.
right on the goosebumps. Yeah. See,
I'll
that's
bet you that thing was a
Did you
fighter.
yell
That
behind him?
didn't
You-
probably come out in one fell swoop. That was probably a.
No. It was so
No,
well made.
once
It
that
didn't
thing
look
started,
like
it had to gain speed coming out, man.
see, that's
Yeah,
again
I'm thinking.
how you that has to be some. What do they call that? A fecal impaction. There has to be
Episiotomy.
right. I mean,
The
you,
cut.
you
What
had
is that?
to.
What is that? An epidural? He had an epidural before he took that shit. I can't feel my legs, but that's a good thing.
Because I mean, realistically, it's you to shit like that. You had something's going on down below where it's
Or
going.
you're just a big fat eater.
Whoa! What's that?
Yeah.
You're just a big fat eater. The guy, it's a person that just eats.
Because
Loves to eat.
I'm gonna ask this out of real
I don't
curiosity.
think
If
I
anyone
could
knows,
pass that.
well,
That's what
I
I'm
don't
going
think
with
it
that.
could come out of me.
right? Well, that's okay. What about these guys?
There's
Like
some conditioning involved there.
I watch a
Yeah, something that big just doesn't happen overnight.
no.
this right. I watch these not competition eaters.
Shitting competitions?
But these guys that do these food challenges where
Oh, I love watching those.
The-
'Cause I'm
The
like,
hot
I
dog
could fucking do
challenge
that.
and all that stuff.
right, no,
Or they got
Not-
to eat like 17 burritos.
right. Like there
And then,
was
like
one.
10 hot peppers.
He's not associated with anything called Beard versus Food. It's this Scottish or Irish guy that goes to all these pubs in Ireland and England, and he eats these. I just
food
wonder
challenges.
food challenges. That kind of food hitting like the big giant burgers. That kind of protein hitting you has got to do some kind of binding inside you. You think?
Not if you drink it with a lot of water.
I don't know. I mean, what are
You'd
these?
think that if you have enough water while you're eating it, it'll
If you're not dehydrated, it'll pass through.
yeah.
Is that really what causes that kind of thing? You're dehydrated.
I'm no doctor,
Well,
but
I'm just saying because to think what Wayne saw,
Person must have
just-
looked like you, pale, when they walked out.
you think that. I mean that. Let's just say Wayne said it was 13. Let's just say it's less.
so let's say, did you ever get a fresh tube of Play-Doh? So it was about as big as around as a fresh tube of Play-Doh, and 5 of them end to end. That's what I'm picturing.
It was bigger around than that. Maybe the can.
A Pringles can.
Yeah. I mean, it was not quite that.
Was it
but
tapered on one end and slammed shut on the other?
there was not much of it. It was pretty
See,
straight
there was
fall off.
some training involved in that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm
was-
gonna go the
That
opposite
guy
way.
probably had a speculum in his butthole all day trying to stretch it out.
I don't
He's like,
think
"I'm
he
gonna
even
leave this
needed
at
to wipe.
Myers."
I mean, that had to
You
go
know?
around 190 in an intestine, right?
That's what I'm saying, and it was
that's
straight.
a pretty flexible.
It was
It's
straight.
used to having something in there.
That's what I'm thinking.
wait a
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he had a
But it was-
speculum.
The only it was like I don't even know if he had to wipe it. Wiped him.
Is there
out.
like a shit Olympics?
Like,
Is there an
yeah.
event for
Yeah, I don't know.
The
the
Olympic
log laying event?
This would have been good one to put in plaster to make like replications of. You know.
No way, I would have put it in acrylic for a desk weight.
Oh.
like Wayne said, wait, if he opened this stall, the guy's just like laying there, but there's this big giant turd, and he's like,
He's got a side saddle in the toilet.
or he's got
He's sitting there doing a one cheek sneak. Come on, baby, don't break. Don't break. Hold it together.
I'm telling
That's what
you.
I mean. I mean, that kind of stuff. How do these people do? Really, these Nathan's hot dog guys that eat all these
100 hot dogs in like a minute and a half.
Yeah, that has to, like Rick said, going
Because
through.
they're not allowed to throw up afterward. Or
Well, they could, but I think you have to hold it down for 10 or more minutes or something.
oh, okay.
I mean, it's going through your intestines, and as your body like contorting like this as it's going through, that it's
That turd.
know.
I bet you that guy had like what's that bent spine disease called?
scoliosis.
He had scoliosis until he passed it. Then he had the straightest back in America. Sit up tall. I can now.
Chucky, all you heard was boing, and it snaps back into place.
Yeah.
So the guy gained like 6 inches after.
Right? All his pants were high waters.
He's 3 inches taller. Yeah.
All his shirts were belly shirts.
His shoes even got tight. I mean, that's just amazing to think that you would go in and they did it in a public bathroom.
Dude, that's the
like
best part
that.
about it. He saved it for other people to see.
Yeah, he didn't
I mean,
even
you got to show
dare.
off your achievements. Was there like a brass plaque on it anywhere?
He signed the toilet seat.
Was there a born on date?
Yeah. He numbered it.
1 of 1.
Yeah. It was number 2.
2 of 2.
Oh, like a lithograph. He's got the handprint, the classic caveman hand on there. Is what it was. Oh, and I can't believe people go. That's the fear of public bathrooms. Is
Where
you
did
go
I
to
just have to shit in public?
see? That's the thing, because what if? See, this is what makes it worse. And I've encountered this. This
Worse
is why,
or worth?
worse. The WORSE.
The more and more I think about that, Chuck, that person did leave that there.
Oh
be
yeah,
seen.
that was a. He's like,
and you know what? They didn't cover. They probably didn't wipe their butt very well, because that would have covered it up. They just
Exactly.
used the bare minimum, and it was stuck to the bowl on the side, and it was all open water for that thing to be displayed. And
Did you like hold a fish and see if it would jump out and try to get it?
And when that person was done, they probably stood there and just looked at it for a second.
Posted on his Instagram.
Goodbye, my
Mention they took a
friend.
picture.
He
Yeah,
saluted it.
there's a picture on the internet
Goodbye.
right now with the infamous Myers turd. Was this Avon Lake or Lorraine?
It threw in a.
It was in the Avon, yeah.
He put it in a bag of
Ridgeville,
M&Ms.
whatever.
Left,
Nagel Road.
Yeah.
left a bag of M&Ms so it had something to nibble on later. No, no, because I've gone. This is the fear. But I've gone to Kohl's, and the Kohl's bathrooms, and even in the stalls. This is why I've never. I use the urinal, but I've never. Because of my fear. Because they auto flush. You know what I mean? And if you went.
Oh, you don't want to get spramped.
And you don't, it won't flush till you stand up. So, how,
Yeah,
you know,
but you gotta put a piece of toilet paper over the eye.
Yeah.
That's our trick at work.
before you sit down or during?
Yes, before you sit down. Make sure it's flushed before you sit down. Wrap toilet paper around the eye. It won't flush until you get up and take the toilet paper off the eye.
Well, this is what I'm saying. What if
Works.
you need it to flush?
There's a button there. Just push
Yeah,
it.
there's a button on
courtesy
top.
flush in the middle.
Yeah, you need a courtesy flush. Yeah, but then you got to try and find it while you're.
Don't worry about the courtesy flush. You just savor the flavor. You fucking stew in your own stink, brother.
Yeah.
You share that. Dude, I know where I shit at the
but he
Las
felt
Vegas airport.
something- He felt something coming up to meet him, and he needed.
Right. No,
You
Chucky
just
did.
shifted to the left and broke it off.
Yeah, you sent me 4 from Vegas.
Well, one was in the Las Vegas bathroom, airport bathroom. Yeah, that was
Parting
a
is such
doozy.
sweet sorrow.
Well, I had White Castle 2 days in a row, and then I had Hash House a Go-Go 2 days in a row. So I was free flowing
Have you pooped on an airplane before?
once.
I had 2 once.
Don't want to do that. I can avoid that.
No, because
Nothing worse. Yep.
yeah, because number one, everybody knows what you're doing because you're in there for 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. You know, you can't just shit and leave. Got to make sure it's gone because you don't want to go back in. But here's the thing, and I'm confused about this. So if any of my friends work for the airlines or a flight attendant or whatever, when it says don't throw tissues in the toilet,
Yes, that's what we talked about.
Where
what
do
do you
you-
do?
because there was like this waste receptacle thing with like a chute. I just threw it down there because I'm like, apparently you're not allowed to throw it in the toilet, so away it goes down the chute.
Now wait a minute.
Was
That
that
thing
the
will
right
suck
place?
anything in there. I'm throwing paper in it.
I lost a shoe in one of those once.
Come on,
Don't
Rangus,
worry
hit me
about
up with
the
your
tissue.
knowledge.
Honest to God, you're gonna laugh the shit out of me. I always thought that was there because of the tissues on the sink.
Yes,
I don't know.
like
Throw
it's
the
nose
tissues.
tissue.
Yeah,
Don't
that's what I
throw
was
the
thinking too.
tissues in the
Yeah.
toilet. Papers from the wrapper or the roll are good. Don't throw the ones.
That's
from
what I thought.
Somebody had to change that thing out.
Right. That's because you don't. Because what do you? Wait a minute.
See, I didn't know. I'm like, what do I do with this?
Because on a
And
boat,
I had a
you,
moment of panic, so I'm like, well, sorry.
Chuck.
you guys,
Put it in your pocket,
you guys
Fold
have
it out
all.
and put it in your pocket.
then throw it on the tray when she walks by with it. You have anything here? Just a wadded up thing with shit on it. Here,
Here, I had to blow my
a
nose.
big one, this big, just this big.
a mitt.
The shit mitt. Here's my shit mitt.
Now you guys
throw
have.
it in for
you
ya.
guys have all
Here's
gone
my
on.
shit mitt. Oh, and some peanuts.
They're also in the shit mitt.
Did you, Wayne? That shit. Would you, if you had glitter, would you have sprinkled glitter on it just to highlight?
Oh, that would have made it
Oh,
majestic.
I would have. Yeah, I almost went and bought some.
They make these
No, but that
capsules you
would've
can
been
get on the
amazing.
internet that you
shit
swallow,
glitter.
and when you poop, your turds are glittery.
Could you, hey Chuck? Could you
That's
imagine taking that
awesome.
about a week before you go to your colonoscopy?
There's gold in them there hills.
I like the glitter idea.
Now you guys.
The doctor will be laying claim on my sweet ass.
Why wouldn't you?
You guys have all been on cruises. On the cruise ship, do you
You throw
It
paper. You
sucks
throw the tissue
everything
down
down.
there.
Yep.
Because that stuff is like as thin as your skin, Ed. That paper
really?
skin.
Is it really? Yeah.
One
Yeah,
pie.
just toilet paper is.
Have you seen the YouTube where you throw the beginning of the roll of toilet paper
Yeah,
into
it
it,
sucks
and
the
hit
whole
it,
thing down.
and it sucks the whole roll down as fast as it can pull
It's
it
a
off.
bunch of kids standing there. They're like holding it on their fingers. They got a roll, and the one kid pulls it down and puts it in the toilet, and they flush it, and it just goes. It just fucking.
I've never
takes the
seen
whole-
that.
I'll
It
see if I can
spins, the
find
whole,
it.
it spins the whole roll right off the kid's fingers.
That's
Yeah, dude, if you
awesome.
flush on the toilet, dude, that thing will suck your intestines
Well,
out.
it's got to go down like what, 13 floors to the.
Exactly.
I mean, so you do flush in it, but it's not a normal toilet tissue. It's probably biodegradable or
It's
something.
like that RV toilet paper, I think. Where
Yeah,
it
so
like
it
disintegrates
breaks down.
halfway down.
Or it could be the bath towel that they shape into the lamb.
You wipe your ass on the swan with the rose petals.
The little crab, whatever the hell shape it was that day.
That funny shaped soap that you think is like a cupcake,
It
but then you find
it
out
fights
too
back
late.
on the way down, like snapping at you.
You wipe it on the swan and then leave it in the hallway with your tray.
There you go.
Is that what you do? With the mint next to it.
Yeah,
a little
the toilet mint.
It's the ugly duckling.
No. Oh no. I just those fears, man. Yeah. I don't go to like Kohl's. Kohl's was the one again because you didn't flush.
That's pretty insane because I can say I've probably been there all the time since they've opened that store,
Yeah.
and I couldn't tell you where that bathroom was.
You're kidding.
In Kohl's?
Yeah.
I mean,
they've got a men's, women's, and a family one in there. Yeah.
It's there's
Do you go on a family hoping somebody will come in and you can glom onto their family so you're not alone?
Let's all go together.
Hey, you guys, I really don't have any family with me today. You want to, I don't know. Go
It's right by customer service
gonna
back
go
by
in
the
and do.
toys.
How
and
long
stuff.
are you in there shopping for, Ed? That you, possibly fucking go take a dump in Kohl's.
He's looking
It's
for
not
those
that- it's not
carpenter
even-
jeans he
It's not
wears.
even that big of a store.
It's not that I'm in there
You
that
dump it
long.
like Tractor Supply.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
Do
You know
dump
what?
it? Do you dump it like Rural King?
He does. In
I
the,
think
like the, where
Rural
they keep all the
King-
little chicks.
Rural
You know how they
King
sell like the
might
little
be
chickens?
bigger than
he dumps in there,
Kohl's.
so people are looking at it like, which one of you did that?
So there's no reason.
There's in the duck cage. There's like a big man turd in there.
There's one stuck in it.
There's Sarah McLaughlin singing in the background.
It landed on one.
For
Won't you please help?
$14 a day,
Yeah.
you can help this little ducky.
It's little. It's stuck
He actually shit on the duckling.
Yeah.
It's all trapped under it. Help me!
Oh God.
Help me.
Oh God. And I got to get for you guys. I got to get to your house. I'm gonna try and do it tomorrow when I'm off. I'll try and get over. I got our Scullies in, so I'll get it to.
Text me before you head this way.
Yeah, I will. I'll try
Chuck
and hit.
gave me his.
I saw them, so I got theirs. You got to see. You guys are pretty good.
They're actually pretty nice.
Yeah. So
What is?
Oh, here, I'll grab one real quick.
Ed got some Scullies made after winter.
Oh, nice. Oh, perfect.
Perfect
They're
for
pretty cool.
summertime.
Yeah, and
Right
for
on-
those kids
right
that
on
wear them
time.
in the summer.
They're cheaper that way when you buy them in the summer.
No.
Yeah, I got right here, Late Night with Ed Money Scully. So if you want yours, get a hold of me and we can find. But these guys, I'll get them theirs.
But people out there, if you want one, get a hold of Ed.
Yeah, cool.
$37.95.
Plus tax, handling, freight,
One
prep.
Scully is 25 butthole pictures.
I know.
Oh God.
You know there's a dude out there that's going to have a photo session with his butthole.
Oh
This
God.
one's got like a
Money.
little tiki umbrella in it. And
Chucky,
one's got,
what
like,
time you want to
boots.
start tomorrow? We're going to bombard him.
We got to do it at high noon when the lighting's the best. Actually, I have to go get a new TV tomorrow.
Right now.
I'm off. Let me know if you need
Dude,
help.
listen.
Let me know.
You
What
know,
size
I
do
was
you have
off.
now?
Huh?
What size do you have now?
55. I'm going for the 65. But I was all happy because I actually came home ahead from Vegas. I'm like, oh my gosh, we made, it wasn't a lot. Believe me, it's not a lot. But I actually was
Ahead.
I came home ahead, We're like, yeah. Yesterday,
Wayne
half our
Newton
screen
was
is black.
carrying his luggage.
Oh, that's how it
That's
works.
how much he made.
Dude, you just got
around
that TV
tax time.
too. You just got it.
I just got it fixed about a year ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
got it
right.
fixed about a year ago, and I'm like, and I even told Ed, I'm like, after I got it fixed, I'm like, man, if this thing goes again, I am not putting any money into it.
Didn't you go somewhere and you came back and that same thing happened? Your TV went out. You went on a cruise or something. You went somewhere and you came back and your TV went out like it's mad
Ed
at
was
you.
watching porn on it.
No.
Yeah, except that it wasn't a sensor bar; it was this way. But now, like, literally half the screen is black.
Oh,
God.
that's not good.
Yeah, there's no.
That's right.
I'm like, fuck you. So tomorrow I'm going to buy a new one. So anything I brought back from Vegas, which I thought I'm like, yay, we finally have some extra money. No, we don't.
That's what happens
where are you
around
going?
tax time.
I'm telling you.
Oh well,
So-
I know we've gone over, but we've gone over. So, audience members, thank you. You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money here on the website, which is edmoneylive.com, where it's real people have real conversations about life. You can reach us on all the sites. Just check them out. Go to the right-hand side, like, share, subscribe. Always remember to do that. Comment. You're always listening to myself, Ed Money. Right over here is CPAP Chuck.
Hey, and get a hold of us on Twitter. We love hearing from you. You should be able to see our Twitter handles or whatever
Yes,
it's called.
in the animation.
Our
in the
at-
animation.
Our at whatever.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah.
And
Get a hold of us on Twitter. We love that.
please, any way to like, share, subscribe, follow, any way you can. It helps out the metrics. Please, please, please. Right below us, right here is Ringus, the Bionic Pamper Prepper.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Right in this is Monk Under Glass.
Thank you for getting it right.
Oh God!
I would
And
have to
last but not
send-
least, always keeping us in balance and in check is A1 Continuity. Wayne, you don't have to send what?
See ya.
Oh, jeez. We're going to be leaving you with Abandoned and Galaxy Tones, the song Luna. So check that out. Let them know you heard about them on the show. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you for all things you do. Always remember that you are somebody, and don't be materialistic because it gets you nowhere. And after that, we are out of here. I'll leave it in.
never gone, just have regrets. So I'll go back. Oh, what I gotta need to forget the time I lost before. Let me forget.
You've been listening to Late Night with Ed Money, brought to you by 3 Bowls of Crunch Production. Late Night with Ed Money is a copyrighted show, and any unauthorized reproduction for sale is strictly prohibited without written and or verbal consent from Ed Money. Otherwise, we'll find out where you live and beat the shit out of you. Thank you for listening.